Okay, so this video is about a news segment that we saw this morning on our local Topeka, Kansas news station, KSNT. So it was a segment about the cannabis reform that we're currently trying to get worked out through our Kansas state legislation. And they are working on it. That's about all I know, to be honest. But I do know some other things that, this segment alluded us to. And Missouri, we already knew that they're going to be voting in November for recreational cannabis use, which is going to happen. It's overwhelmingly popular in that state, and they're going to vote for it. So Oklahoma's now going to do it too. So that's going to make three states, and then Nebraska will be next to be surrounding Kansas in a state that hasn't even done medical cannabis legalization yet. So we got an issue with that, and like I was saying in the other video, it's an economic one at this point, because our commerce, a lot of our Kansas tax dollars and just money in general is going to flood out of our state. I mean, people will be leaving our state. I know that sounds ridiculous, but there's some people that have left our state already because they had a kid or a family member who needed some sort of treatment that's not legal here, and they left. So they may be small in numbers now, but it's happened. And if this happens this way, the ones that don't want to just flat out leave will probably move close by a border, or maybe already are, and are going to just start taking their money as often as possible to Missouri or Oklahoma or Colorado. So it's not just Colorado anymore that's going to be stealing Kansas's money. It's Oklahoma and Missouri, and like I said, in the future, Nebraska. So this leaves Kansas with just no option, no other option. In my opinion, I'm no politician, but I am a businessman, and I'm not trying to say that I'm some just savant, but I know enough about economics that I know that we have to go full on recreational now. We've been pushed into the corner. Like I said earlier, we should have done medical first to trial run into this area, but we didn't. But now we need to do full on recreational so we can keep up with these other states and not lose economy and commerce to them. So I'm going to give out an example here. So a family, it's like a lot like mine, has some kids, they're middle-aged or my age, whatever, what have you. Maybe it's the wife, maybe it's the husband in the family, maybe it's both of them that are cannabis users, but they're responsible, good parents, and they say to each other, it's been a long time since we got out of town and had some fun, done something for us for the weekend. Why don't we go to Kansas City, Missouri? Get a hotel, go out to eat, take the kids to a movie, go to the mall, get them some things. You're talking about your average middle class family. They're living so close to an area where recreational marijuana is legal. Sorry, cannabis. And that they're gonna do that. They're gonna go over there, and that's probably why they're really going there. One of the couple, or like I said earlier, if not both, want some cannabis to bring back to Kansas too. But guess what? While they're in Missouri, like I said before, they probably are. They're probably going to stay in a hotel. They're going to make a weekend out of it. They're going to go to a restaurant. They're going to go to a gas station, if not multiple. Likely, of course, right now, multiple. They're going to be spending all kinds of Kansas money in other states, making those states more wealthy that already have a lot of wealth off their tourism and other things that Kansas just doesn't have. We need this. What all could happen for, like, say, property taxes if this went into law and we started making bang buck money on this stuff? What we could apply it to property taxes, which scare the hell out of big businesses and keep them from wanting to be in Kansas. We could do that for the people as well. We could let the people get some relief from these high as heck property taxes. They are high for other states surrounding us, and even ones in other areas of the country. They're high at that standard. So there's a lot of good things that could come from this. And the Attorney General made a statement in this news segment that just made me think, what? I have nothing against the guy. I'm not trying to start any enemies here, but I want to alert the people here as to who you're voting for. If you're thinking about voting for this guy, this is what he said. In this news segment, he was asked, are you for medical and recreational cannabis? He said, well, I'm for medical, but not recreational because I'm worried about substance abuse issues. Does he have any idea what he's talking about? I mean, I think he means well, but does it, I'm tired of these people that don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to things. It just alludes to me that what else does he not know that he's talking about? And he's going to be the potential governor. What else does he not know that he should know? He doesn't know on this topic that this substance that he's referring to as something he's worried about being a substance abuse issue. It actually helps people that have narcotics issues. It could help the opioid epidemic, which it does in other states, and it is a big issue in our state. Let me tell you, I talk to people on a daily basis about it. Okay, so I know it's a huge issue. It could help people in our state and not only our economy. And at this point, I think all us Kansans can agree that our pocketbooks are a lot of what makes us vote a certain way. So you're sitting here looking at someone who's trying to run, who's sitting in their way saying, you can't do this. I don't want you to do it. If it's my choice, I wouldn't allow you to vote for it. And do we really want that? We just said no to an abortion law. And I'm not so sure that it was because we have so many Kansans that are pro-choice, which I know we do, but I'm not so sure that it was just all of that. I think we have Kansans, we're middle America. We don't like state or government, federal, telling us what we can or can't do. And finally, thank God, this is one of those topics. This is one of those topics where it has become popular in a wide majority, not just a little bit, but it's 66 to 68%, depending on which polls you look at, nationally and state, as far as who is for recreational cannabis or not. Okay, even a large percentage of that, not so much a large percentage, but a percentage of that are people that don't even use cannabis. They just want it to be legalized for the economic relief they know it can provide. So it's time to move on from these old ways. We've got to start electing people that will really do things towards doing this and making this happen. And I think it's about time. And this guy, I don't know his views on other things, to be honest. I'm not going to get too far in on him, but I would hope if he ends up becoming the governor that he changes his mind on that before he goes to become our governor. Because when that law passes, I'd like to think that there's going to be a governor behind that desk that will sign it, because that needs to happen. Okay, so know who you're voting for, know what you're about, be for your state, and hope it makes a lot of money, because it stands to make a lot of money, unless we don't get a choice.